fellow Minecrafters. The world of Minecraft that you know is only one tiny fraction of what you haven't seen. As you can see from this graph, the green zone is Minecraft. Just to put this into perspective, this line right here between the green and yellow right there, that is the coordinate 0 on the Y graph, and this line here is 256. And this line, like right here, that line is, it's well over 900,000. This isn't, it's been, this graph has been modified to make it easier to look at. Even then, it still seems kind of a mess. So what is this? Well, each of these colors is a different zone. The green zone is zones you're supposed to be in, the zones where Minecraft takes place. But there's a massive boundaries outside of it that has all sorts of interesting stuff occurring, all under your nose and you didn't know it. What am I talking about? Well, this graph pretty much explains it, but since this graph isn't very clear, or not as clear as I was hoping it was, I'll explain it. The yellow zone is pretty much a gray area. Nothing's stopping you from being in this yellow zone, but it doesn't technically want you there. It's just a boundary to separate it. Oddly enough, it curves over this wall, simply because this wall, I think about it, this wall's supposed to go like that. I messed it up. That wall right there is to keep play. Imagine this is flat, like you're standing in the red zone, like this is a big box, and you're looking at it from the side. That's what this point of view is from. That wall is to keep you from getting out of bounds of left or right. On the other side of that wall, there's this very small gray zone where there's a fake chunk. And then after that point, you reach the red zone, pretty much. I'll explain what the red zone is later, but whatever you do not want to go in the red zone. The green zone is Minecraft, where you know, love the oceans, the deserts, the forests, the snow biomes, the tundras, all sorts of stuff. This yellow zone under it, if that's under the bedrock, that's that little point of ground where you can fly under the bedrock, but you're not taking damage yet. Any point under that point where you start taking damage, and you're in this weird muddy color, and that is where you're taking damage. If you go far enough, just like if you fly high enough, you can go over the wall and be in this temperate zone. It's extremely difficult, and it takes, since you can't teleport when you're on this side, it teleports system. You have to fall all the way down here. Just to put that in perspective, falling for 3 hours would be 1/951,000th of the way down. It's pretty long fall. I've tried going over that wall. I've made it over the wall with teleport commands, but I just couldn't fall all the way down. Excuse me. I left the computer on for 3 days with the server running, and I hadn't even fallen anywhere near close to reaching the bottom. It's virtually too big. It's just, you need commands. I mean, in this wall is extremely thick, but if you, and this damaging area right there, if you're certain you can use to get there, but what's there on the other side, other than these fake chunks, pretty much the only reason why you'd want to be messing with these boundaries, which are extremely interesting and very cool to study. But other than that, I mean, I originally thought that was so awesome. When I heard they removed it, I'm like, no, why would you remove the best glitch in all history? Well, what I didn't know is they replaced it with a different version. It's a lot smaller, it's a lot less cool, but it is still pretty fascinating. So what is this red zone? What is this weird red zone? That is the point where you get utterly screwed. Why? 'Cause that red zone, well, first, there's two versions. I mean, the red zone that's made out of wool, that's a last-ditch effort to stop you from reaching there. It basically freezes your account until you can get your character out of that. The only problem is, if your account is frozen, there's no way to move it, so there's no way to remove it out of that zone, so it basically corrupts it. But it's better than what would happen if you reached the very top of the edge. You can't even teleport there. Why? Because it's out of the grids, your F3 coordinates. It's outside of it, meaning it won't even give you an error message. Like if you tried teleporting on the other side of that orange wall, it would basically, because it's outside of those cords altogether, it basically screws up your Minecraft game altogether. I'm not sure what the extent of the damage is. I mean, the soft red only basically freezes that account if you're on multiplayer, and if you're on single player, it corrupts the world. Yeah, I know that sucks, but it's better than getting on the other line. It's just a last-ditch, and it is a pretty effective last-ditch effort. But, if you're somehow able to get past that, I highly doubt it you could, but if you somehow did, you're screwed. I mean, I don't know how much damage you'll do to your system, or if it'll do any damage at all. I do know it corrupts the world if you get past that point, and I do know it does mess up a lot of stuff, and it's just not worth it. There is just a huge realm of stuff outside of your world, and the Minecraft world that you play in, this green zone, is not even anywhere near close to what is there. Most of it's empty, though, so... That red zone, though, and that weird fake chunks that surround the edge of your world with that weird barrier, which is the wool orange, not the clay orange. I basically have it all written down right here. Anyway, now I'm going to show you what happens when you reach that soft red zone. I'm not going to corrupt my Minecraft file for the hard zone, but I will show you what it is like to get that, what happens when you reach that soft zone. Alright, I'm back. Oh wow, it's a weird village. Anyway, I'm on a new world, a world I won't mind corrupting. This is a really weird place. It's a shame that such a unique seed is gonna be lost. Oh, there's the seed. Alright, now let's go. I want to teleport like one block from the top, but there's no one going to be able to do that, so let's go. There we go. Illegal stance, connection lost. That's basically what happens when you reach the soft spot. I know that's not the hard spot because I teleported 2 blocks away from it. I was 2 blocks away from reaching it. If I'd put the highest possible combination, I would have been 1 block away from it. And if I was somehow still there, without it detecting me, basically if I used that boat trick, to where it would detect my location, but I was able to move, because entities can also cause it to bug out if it reaches that hard zone. It will also screw up your game, the same if you also went in that spot. But entities can't reach that spot simply because, well, there's stuff to keep them from reaching it. The only way you could possibly get to that hard zone without any mods is, you'd use that boat glitch. I'm not gonna do it simply because I'm not corrupting my old file. I'm not corrupting my computer for a test I'm not even sure I could get the film. I don't know how much damage it would do. I have no idea. I don't know everything about this. I'm just telling you what I know. I do know I do know there is something when you reach the edge of that off, because technically program goes on infinitely, but the empty code is, you know, it's just because the way most games function with, you know, locations and stuff, has to have a finite point. but so they have to set one. And I don't know. I don't have to explain this, but you get the idea. So that's pretty much it. I guess I'll check you later, guys. Bye.